Now I'm here with Roo Reynolds, and Roo, what exactly is the intersection between social media and television?
Oh, good question. I'm glad you asked. I think that television is something which always gets talked about. So if something is good or interesting or funny, then people will talk about it, and people will, whether it's down the pub or at school the next day, or in the office or over a pint or whatever, people will always talk about stuff that they've seen on television, if it's any good anyway. And so on Twitter you see, often the big prime time moment on a Friday night, Saturday night becomes a trending topic. It becomes what people are instantly talking about. So what we've been interested in as an advertising agency is how can you capitalise on that? How can you not only ensure that your content is good enough that people will talk about it, but actually create it in a way that maximises the potential for that. So this morning I was talking about the Cats with Thumbs campaign we did for Cravendale, and the whole idea of that came from the concept that cats are popular on the internet. And if you want to maximise the sharing and the discussion around an advertising campaign, then why not make it something that people are going to find funny? And it just in that context of the online sharing, it was something that felt very natural. It felt sort of very native to the people who were using Twitter and Facebook and blogging about it and everything else.
Exactly, it's like so familiar in people's everyday lives that it makes it easier for that transaction into the media element then.
That's right, yeah. It becomes something which isn't a big, a difficult job to get people talking about it, because it was designed in a way from the very outset that it should live and breathe online. And so for us, the intersection between TV and social media is actually a really interesting, fertile ground creatively, because it starts making you think of things that you would have not done previously, things that you can do differently. So yeah, it's been a really fun couple of months working on that campaign.
Brilliant. And were you happy to be able to express this today at the conference?
I was very glad to be up quite early, so I was in the first session, getting it over and done with. So
exactly, you can relax.
Yeah, now I can relax and sit down and enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah.
Also, I gave myself quite a tough challenge, because I don't know if you noticed, but I used about 68 slides.
Yes, I noticed that.
And I'd prepared way too much material, but there was so much interesting stuff to share that when I was preparing it and sort of putting all these slides together, I thought, this would it'd be fine, I'll just go quickly. Yeah. And then a 15-minute slot, it was pretty much like a stop-motion animation rather than a presentation, but it seemed to go okay.
It went very well, well done.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.